Hello YouTube and welcome back to old Flads. This is Ace of Spades, this is the custom map review, and today I have possibly the most unique map I've seen to date. This, ladies and gentlemen, is CaveWorld. And it's made by a couple of guys called Burrito and Hunden. It's officially published by Burrito, so if you want to go and check him out, then you'll find this map. Now what this offers is a really great mix of intense, speedy, small-sided gameplay, whilst also offering a really sort of beautiful mix into the map-making section that we have on Ace of Spades. It also allows for some of the more crazy game modes to live themselves out, if you like we found out in the community event only a couple of weeks ago, and it had some brilliant results. So on to the spawns. The spawns are pretty open, to be honest, although they do have this massive wall that protects them initially, and that's quite important. The only downside to these spawns as they are and the size of the map is that it's obviously once teams start moving forwards, you are going to find yourself under the cosh quite a lot. Now what I would suggest doing with these spawns is actually blocking up the main entrance and utilising the fact that you can dig your way out. I mean, it makes no sense to stand right in the middle of the line of sight for pretty much everyone in the map, so I would suggest digging tunnels that bring you out round the sides and allowing you to flank a little bit earlier. The key locations for this map are few and far between, I'll be perfectly honest, but that's sort of the nature of the design, and I don't mind it as such in this particular map. The most important areas are pretty much the middle of the map, where the main loot drops are for health and bullets, for example, and once you've got that area under control, it allows your marksman to actually move up and provide huge amounts of long range cover. This in turn sort of benefits the team because it means you can move forwards with your miners and with your commandos and actually go into a spawn management type situation. Spawn management in this game is very important, and you're going to find that you spend a lot of your time in or out or sort of around the enemy spawn. I don't mind that. This game mode is designed for TDM. It's up to the defending team then to work their way out of it, block up their spawn, move out around the side, and actually try and defend themselves before they can go on the offensive. The tall towers at each end of the map also provide great overwatch for these spawns, and you should really be trying to get in there as often as possible. The routes in this map are they're fairly obvious, I must admit, because it's so open, but what you want to do as a marksman initially is get round the flanks and aim into the enemy spawn. You can move through the flanks fairly easily, and this is a sort of a real benefit because if the sightlines are so long, it means you can get into the enemy spawn and disrupt any movement they have trying to come out and take away the central ground, which obviously your miners and your commandos are going to be doing their very best to try and control themselves. Once the miners and the commandos have taken their more direct route and taken control of this centre point, what it actually does is allows for pretty much everyone else to move from the centre. As I was saying previously, once the marksmen are in there, they offer so much control over that area that they won't actually need to do a great deal more than just retain the centre if you're a miner and a commando, and then allow the marksmen to actually do the majority of the killing. Once you have decided that you're under control of the middle, you're then going to want to push forwards. Now there are a couple of ways you can do this. Ideally with the miner you'd create a tunnel from the middle to just under the enemy spawn. This allows you to pretty much come up underneath and surprise attack the enemy. If you can manage that, you're going to find that your team's in a far stronger position a lot more of the time, and you will actually find that you will pretty much be dominant throughout the whole thing. Okay, so let's move on to the scores. And it's done pretty well, I must be honest, and I've got a new layout, so I hope you enjoyed that. For aesthetics, I've given it an 8. I don't think it's the most pretty map once it gets in there, and allow me to explain that very quickly. It's just I feel that it could have had some more Easter eggs and secret areas, like a dragon cave, for example. However, creativity-wise, it does get a 10, because it's unique, it's fun, it's well thought out, it creates fast, small-sided games which AOS doesn't usually have, and I love that so much. Usage of map, this was a pretty easy one. It's quite small, so you are going to use all of it, ignoring the fact that you can go on top of the map. This game is designed to be played inside this cave, so it was an easy 10. Game modes, there are 7 of them. I prefer personally to only play TDM and multi-hill, but if you like to play the other ones and let me know what you think about them, then great. Longevity, I've given it a 10. It's the small nature and speed of this map really lends itself to Ace of Spades and to a lot of people, so I think that was a fairly easy 10. Total score then is 45 out of 50. That is a really great score for a really unique and brilliant map, so congratulations to Burrito. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this new format. I've been on Flads. This has been CaveWorld. Cheers and goodbye.